Welcome back, trainers, and in this video we're going to be going over my experience with the Shadow Lugia raids here, and I'm going to give you my thoughts. We're going to take a look at some footage here, and I'm going to go over some things that I think that can improve this going forward when Niantic does do these kind of shadow raids that are forcing you to go out. Well, it's not forcing you, but you have to be out. You can't remote raid them, and that is a pain in the butt. Not only that, but these things are pretty difficult to take out if you do not have enough people. We didn't have that issue, not at all. And it was a good time, as a matter of fact. So let's go ahead and go over this here and see what we have going on. If you can, hit that like button. That'd be much appreciated. Subscribe if you're new, as well as turn notifications on so you do not miss any of my videos. And with that said, let's get into this. So we had a lot of people show up. I put out a little thing saying that we should meet at a specific place, the Lusac library, and people started trickling in, and it was great. And then as we did continue on, and let me talk about this. So finding them wasn't too big of a deal. We have campfire and all that stuff. We can drive around and look for them, but it would be a lot easier if campfire did load while you were zoomed out, so you can see the raids from a further distance, so you can kind of figure out, okay, this is where we want to go. And instead of zooming all the way in, waiting for it to load, scrolling over, and then seeing if there's there, it's kind of a pain in the butt. So finding the raids was not too difficult. It seemed like we kept the flow going because we did have multiple people looking for raids, so that was pretty nice as well. One of the, let's see, that's one of them, okay? Another one is going to be the catch screen for Lugia itself. Oh my gosh, are you kidding me? This thing will not stop attacking. Now, this is not like a tangent video of me going off like, oh, look at all these complaints. I'm just going to give you, it was a good time, but I'm going to tell you some things that may have been a little bit of an issue for you as well. So yes, the Lugia kept attacking constantly, literally right after another. I'm like, okay. Throwing the balls, it just keeps on hitting them away. Now, you can give them a Nab berry, which will stop the Pokemon from actually attacking, but that is going to require you to not give it the golden berry, which is going to dramatically help you catch it and bring down or bring up the catch rate for the Shadow Lugia, which is already kind of difficult to catch in the first place. I do believe I had a couple run on me for the most part, and I caught all of them, pretty much almost all of them. Just 2 ran away. Wasn't looking for a good IV, only looking for the shiny Shadow Lugia. And did we get it? Well, we'll have to see here. I was out there from about, we started at 11:30, and then I ended at about, well, I kind of broke it off from the group, as well as several others at that point, because, it was about lunchtime. We went for about 2 hours, or a little bit over the 2 hours, right? So it was pretty good. Yeah, other than that, I really wish if they do these Lugia or these shadow raids that are exclusive for a weekend or at least a couple of days, that they will have them spawn everywhere. That was another thing that I would love for them to see. As a matter of fact, you can keep the Lugia attacking every single second, fine. You can leave that here, but at least have them spawn more in abundance. So essentially pretty much almost every gym will be a Shadow Lugia for a couple of days, or at least they will be at a higher chance to spawn from the raids, as opposed to just at a random place in time, just normal Lugia spawns, as this is what they have going on now. So seeing them spawn more frequently would be great, so we didn't have to drive all over town. Now, if you live in a big city, you more than probably are looking pretty good. You didn't have to worry about it too much. You can see a ton of those around you, as you do have a bunch if you are in a city or in a place with an abundance of gyms. But for us here in Anchorage, it's a good place to play. That's for sure. I really enjoy it here, as I have been in big cities, and then Anchorage. Playing in the big cities is great, but the thing about playing in Anchorage in Alaska is the fact that everything is so spread out, okay? And we're not a huge city or anything, but it's a decent size, right? It'll take you a good amount of time to get from one side to another, probably like 35 minutes or something like that. So, you can't just, here's another gym, okay, let's walk over here. Here's another one, okay, let's walk. We have to get in our cars and have this long convoy caravan of people of like 15 to 20. When we were done, I had to say probably it was like around 12 cars or so. It really started to add up there towards the end. And like I said, it was a good time. It was nice being out here and seeing people. As a matter of fact, I do believe an old coworker from way back in the day. I don't even remember where we like worked together from. He was like, hey, I know you. I was like, I know you. But we couldn't figure out where we worked with, where we were at. But whatever, good stuff, fun times. And I met a few people who watch my videos and stuff like that. So it was always nice to actually see them in person and, actually play with real people as opposed to a remote raid. But that is a nice thing. Remote raiding would be fantastic if we can do this remotely. I understand what they're trying to do. They're getting us out here. Okay. But pretty much I would just like to see them spawn in an abundance, increased amount of Shadow Lugia raids. But with that said, though, it was a good time, and there's, that's pretty much my only gripe that I have here for this whole event. Otherwise, it was fun. I bring Athena with me, and man, this little girl, man, she doesn't like sitting in the car. I don't know if I'm going to be able to bring her along next time. Do believe I'm going to head back out. My goal here is to not get XL candies or Stardust or XP or anything. I'm just solely looking for the shiny shadow. Everything else is a bonus. I don't even care about all that. I will stop as soon as I get my shiny shadow. If we have a couple, say I join a group and they have another one, I'll probably just go just to help out. And just because I'm already out and about, I'll keep it going. But believe me, as soon as I get it, I'm not going to have any more plans to go out. As of now, I don't know if I'm going to go out tomorrow. I might. And if I don't end up getting my shiny Shadow Lugia, that's okay. I'm not going to be upset about it. I've already got my max shadow, and you already know how I feel. Lugia is great. Great shiny, for sure, especially to have it shadow. But I'm not going to break my back over it if I don't get it, because we got a compensation shiny today, and you're going to see that here in a little bit. So I am going to be putting up pretty much the catch greens. Now, let me explain. If you're thinking, Poke, you're throwing horrible. What are these catch greens? You got to understand, when you have a convoy of people, a raid train going, and you're hopping from one raid to another, and you're kind of in a little bit of a rush, you're just going to hurry up and throw. If you know it's not 100, and if it's shiny, then you're going to catch it in your first throw. But if it's nothing great, you just hurry up and go into the next one. This thing just keeps breaking out, keeps hitting it away. This thing will not stop attacking. Unbelievable. Look, let's watch. Yes, I'm not getting into the circle because, like I said, I'm not even caring at this point. But we caught most of them. That one ran away. Okay, yeah, well, that one ran away. So here we go. Here's the compensation. You ready for this? Check this out. Freaking shiny Pancham. Today, I wanted this. Now, this is a shiny I wanted. I would have to say more. I don't know if I can say more so than a shiny Shadow Lugia, but I'm definitely happy with this one here. I was going in there with my Shadow Tyranitar. I didn't go in with my Mega first because, well, for one, it was expensive and I wanted to use it. And two, I knew everybody would be going in pretty much with their Mega Tyranitars first. So therefore, I would be able to get the boost off of them, almost doing as much damage as them with that Mega boost that they were giving me. But we did have our Mega Tyranitar in the back that I think went into the battle once because we had so many people that we had no issues taking this thing out. It would be done in, look, 242 seconds. That's a wrap. That's what it was. We kept going and going. But I can see if you do not have enough people, it will get a little difficult, okay? But you have multiple options here. You've got, I was going to say shadows and then megas, of course. But when it comes down to the extra bonus, you have friendship. You have the new group play. You have the purified gems, which you better purify it down. Once it gets enraged, you better bring it down, or else this thing is just going to be nutty. Unless you had 20 people, I'm sure you can take it out still, no problem. I know you will. So here we go. I think this is towards the end. All right, so I do believe this is at Diamond Center. So this is after we broke it off, and I was going to get some lunch. I'm addicted to this place called the Jersey Mike's. I can't stop. Provolone and Swiss. Oh, or something like that. Delicious. Love it there. So anyway, I was waiting for my order and I was doing a route, and I stopped on the route because a couple of people were in the Lugia raid. They were low levels, and I was going to hop out if it was only us because there's no way we would be able to do it. But this is going to be with a lower group. Not anybody I knew as far as I know. And I don't think there was any level 50s in here. So let's see how good we do here. They were using their purified gems, so thank goodness. I did use a couple myself. I will say, though, when I was with the bigger group, everybody was using theirs, so I didn't really have to use mine there. I did a couple of times for the most part, I do believe. All right, so I got down to my Hydreigon, which I hadn't gotten down to my third Pokemon the entire day, as we were in a massive group, and it was just pretty much my first Pokemon that was going to be getting destroyed, and the other ones weren't even getting touched. So definitely taking a lot longer here, but we are going to be clearing it with no problem at all, and we're looking good. So as far as this whole Lugia day, I mean, it was fun. I really don't... I wish they had them spawning more. That'd be great. Like they did with Mewtwo, right? They were appearing more frequently. I did get about 3 of those when they did come out. 3 shiny Shadow Mewtwo's and 1 with the Floor IVs, quite literally. And the rest are horrible. But when it comes to this, I kind of really wanted to accumulate as many XL candies as possible too. I'm talking about the regular ones, not for Lugia, because I don't need to max another one of these out. I do have a 100% extra small Lugia that I would love to power up, but that's going to leave me with 2 maxed out Lugias. And do you see where I'm spending all this Stardust for what? And I've already powered up a Lugia when it first came out, a horrible IV so I can showcase it. So I'm just wasting so much Stardust constantly. All right, so look at, do you think I need any more? Look at all those shadows or shinies. I don't even know how many I've got. So this is my best one. We're going to take look at all the Lugias here, because Shadow Lugia maxed out is absolutely a monster, and I highly recommend that you do the same if you do enjoy PvP. When it comes down to using this for raids, you can use it as a flyer for sure. I wouldn't say you want to use it as a psychic type attacker, because its attack is so low, it's really not worth it there. But when it does come down to the PvP in Master League, it's definitely something that you want to invest in, as it is going to be absolutely amazing. If you were enjoying the PvP, that's strictly that. All right, so as you can see here, we're looking plenty good as far as these. Got my Apex even. Unfortunately, I would have liked to power up my Apex as opposed to the one that I did go with, because of the design that it does have. But the Shadow that we did decide to go with does have amazing IVs, so it doesn't even matter. But that's about it, folks. There you have it. I just wanted to give you my experience as to how it went for me today for the Lugia. And as a matter of fact, I do have people hitting me up, so as soon as I get this video up, I'm going to head right back out and I do a couple more, see if I can find myself a shiny Shadow Lugia, see what happens. Thank you for watching. If you did enjoy this, please give it a thumbs up. Thank you for being here, and I'll catch you all next time. Take care.